Hi, welcome to this short lecture on writing a literary analysis outline, particularly an outline on theme and conflict, which is what this particular paper is about. Now, as I mentioned earlier in the teaching page, this is not an outline that covers a theme and conflict paper. This is an outline for a character analysis, which is a very different type of literary analysis paper. But essentially, what I want you to see here is how the ideas are arranged in the outline. And then, whatever main points you want to argue in your paper will be organized in a similar fashion. So, again, let me say one more time, this is not the paper you are writing. You are not writing a character analysis, but I'm using this to show you how to organize your outline. So let's get started. I'm going to share my screen with you. And here is the page, and let me get my drawing tool here. Okay. All right. Now I think I messed up. Hold on, everybody. I want to clear this, clear my drawing. And clear. And we're going to get out of this. Let me scroll up. Okay. Now, here we go. All right. So right here in the very beginning, if you're looking, you'll notice that you have your topic sentence. Now, this is a 3-point outline. It actually covers the 3 main ideas of the thesis statement. So just like that, you are going to include topic sentence here, and you are going to type out your topic sentence, whatever that is, that you're writing about in your paper. In this case, they are explaining what Phoenix's name and appearance means. Now, just like in your research paper outline that you worked on, your A and your B are your claim statements. So those are the things that you're wanting to say about, these are the things you're wanting to say about your paper, about your thesis statement or your claim statement. I'm not liking the way this is working. It's not wanting to do what I want it to do for some reason. So I'm just going to use the spotlight tool. So here's your claim for A and your claim for B. And so these claim statements deal with the topic sentence. So again, Phoenix's name and appearance make her a symbol of immortality. So this claim statement deals with the parallel to the Greek myth for the bird Phoenix. And this claim statement deals with the colors and how the colors are symbolic of the bird. Now, just like you did with your research paper, underneath your claim statements, you should have at least one piece of evidence and one interpretation statement. Now, I want to point out to you that this evidence right here is taken from a secondary source. They use the Columbia Electronic Encyclopedia. You will be using the secondary source that I provided for you in the previous module. But you'll notice that it's introduced in the same way that I'm asking you to, and it's actually missing the citation here. So it should have a page number. No, I'm telling you wrong. It doesn't, because it's electronic. So this is correct. So here is the information here from the source, and then the interpretation of how that information proves the point. Now let me get out of this for a minute and scroll down. Okay, and so under the claim statement here, under B, there are 2 pieces of evidence here that deal specifically with the story itself. Notice that it's cited, and notice that it's connected to the author's sentence. You want to make sure you do that as well. And then notice that there are page numbers that are cited here, and you want to make sure that you're doing that. So we want to take our evidence and connect it to our sentence, whatever that is. So you're being very choosy about the pieces of the text that you actually want to use. And you'll notice that they took phrases from the narration and then, of course, cited it. Now, they also went ahead and brought in some additional information from that source earlier, and you'll want to make sure you use that too. So you can use your secondary source. Now, you don't have to use your secondary source in every claim statement, but you are expected to use it in every body paragraph. So even if you don't use it in every claim statement, that's fine. Now, in every claim statement, you should have evidence from the story. That's a given. Okay. Now, let me X out of this and come down a little bit more. This would be the second main paragraph, and they are discussing additional things that make Phoenix discuss her character, and that is that she seems to have a sense of immortality, and we see that through the way she talks. So again, notice there's a claim statement here, and this is a pretty long section here. There is another claim statement underneath it, but notice that there's evidence here from the story, evidence here, interpretation, evidence from the story, interpretation, and then they bring in another secondary source and interpret that, how that all relates back to the claim statement. So you're constantly following claim, evidence, interpretation, that formula all the way through. And then even down here for B, you'll notice there's still a claim statement, evidence, and again, interpretation. Let me point out one more time, notice how the evidence is connected to the author's own words. We want to be striving to do that. Notice how the evidence, again, is very intentional. It's very concise. What I don't want to see are long typed out passages from the story, again, because you're choosing very intentionally the things that you want to prove your point. And then there's one more paragraph that you can look through as you work on your outline. But you'll notice again, it follows the same structure: topic, sentence, claim, evidence, and interpretation. Evidence from the story, evidence from a secondary source. Down here, evidence from the story and interpretation. So notice that this is it's 3 solid pages. So I'm expecting your outline to be somewhere between 3 and 5 pages for this paper. And again, let me point out just one more time. Let me get rid of this annotation so that we're not looking at these lines. But I do want you to practice working the evidence into your own sentences. Make sure you introduce your secondary source the first time you use it. And make sure that when you're quoting and or paraphrasing from the story, you are citing correctly in the parenthetical documentation. So this is a story by Eudora Welty. If you were writing about the Masque of the Red Death, you would have Poe and a page number. And if you were writing about the lottery, you would have Jackson and the page number. So everything needs to be cited correctly in your outline, both the secondary source and the evidence from the text. So I hope that this helps you as you work on your own outline. And of course, if you have questions, please don't hesitate to ask. So good luck to you and have a good day.